Welcome back to Ticasso Creations. My name is Ticasso. If you guys are having trouble making planets behind a planet, please watch this video to the end. And if you guys haven't followed me on Snapchat, Facebook, or Instagram, the usernames are down below. Thank you so much. Please enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Let's get on to the video.
Okay, so I hope you guys can hear me. It is extremely hot out. Okay, so basically, like usual, when I do tutorials, I like to just speak. That way, you guys can follow along, right? So here we're gonna do planets behind like another planet. So first, we're gonna make our initial planet, right? Let's choose our light source coming from like right there, right? So we're gonna put yellow. Let's say yellow right here. Kind of a lighter green. And we're gonna do a dark green. Okay. First, make your initial planet. Right? Make sure it's wet. When you're painting in temperature like this, it's 100 degrees. So you have to paint like rather quickly, but always make sure that the paint is wet, because as soon as you do the texture when the paint is not wet, your newspaper is gonna stick and it's gonna be a mess. So make sure it's wet. Take this, right? Just add your texture, yeah. Just add your texture here, and just pull away. You see how it mixes the paint? It's because I don't press down too hard. It's just a light touch, you see? And if there's a lot of white spaces, then those are the places that you want to tap down. Like right here at the top, go ahead and go over that again. See? Then you have that. Next, right? Shadowing. And we want to pick our light source. So our light source is coming from here, yes? Here we gotta place down our plate. And when you add your shadowing for the next planet, you have your plate like this, right? So initially the black's over here. What you want to do is you want to go black, right, on one side of the plate. Then on the other side you want to put it over, right, like this. Then you add your next color. And your next color, for video reasons, right, and for contrast reasons, we'll make this a different color, a way different color. So we're gonna add blue, right? Imagine that the light source is coming from here, right? So next, some white down. Same thing. You're gonna add your texture, right? This is a lot faster than just putting down plates, right? And just like, you know, making each planet and not like in order. There is a certain order that you're supposed to do. You're always supposed to go from like the front to the back in terms of planets, right? So again, the light's coming from this way, right? So light source, shadowing. We take another plate if we can. And here's another thing. If the white is not, you know, making it, let's say this CD cannot make it to the light source there, just make another one, right? If you, like I say, if you mess up, then just roll with the mistakes. It's a lot easier. Obviously, we need to cover this up, so we just grab a little spray paint cap, cover that top right there. If we wanted to add another planet, right? And it keeps on going. Let's make this like a pink, right? Let's make it a pink. Let's add a different texture to this one. Alright, so we're gonna smear. So it looks different. Okay, as soon as you get comfortable with the plates that you're using, your timing and like the distance that you put from the plate, from the next plate will get better. So here, look, this is like a perfect amount. See how it's behind? So each planet is behind, like coming down from this way, but where a light source is coming from there. So here we're gonna cover this up real quick. I don't have a lot of black, but I'm gonna make do. This is very important. When you're spraying down vertically, right? Because if you spray like this, you're gonna get underneath and it's gonna affect your planet. So try to spray like this. You're already gonna get a lot of overspray. You wanna minimize the amount of overspray you're gonna get. Right? Stars, stars, stars. And to emphasize that our light source is coming from top left, we're gonna do this. Alright, some orange next. Some yellow. Finally, we're gonna add some white. And we're gonna see what happens. Here, I like to like make it look like a sun, so I like to put like a lot of stars here. And you can do a lot of things with this. So this is a shadow, right? I can add like a sun coming up from this horizon, like this. Yellow, right? A touch of white. And then we reveal. Make sure to take off this plate first because it's on top of the other ones. Alright, so let's see what happened here. So we got 1, we got 2, we just got 3 here. Right, you see how different colors, but one is behind the other. Right, and as they go further that way, off into space, they get smaller. Right, because as soon as things go off in the distance, they get smaller. My God, it's hot. I'm gonna die out here. Alright, let's dry this. Lastly, if you want to add a planet on top of another planet, don't just make it easier. Just get like a circle cut out like this, or you can buy a circle cutter. Right? It cuts circles. Right? It just does it. Right? And you just do it, and then you can place it down on top. Right? So let's say we want to add like a small, let's say a small moon right here. All right? I'll show you 2 ways how to do it. So we're gonna add it right here. And it honestly doesn't take much. Alright, here's another circle cutout that I made with the circle cutter. You can like place it down and place another planet. It honestly doesn't take much, right? I just curl it like this, right? Light source is coming from that way. So light source, highlight that. Alright. And then we have our shadow. And our shadow is coming from here. And then look what happened. Right? You got a planet here. You just made another planet. Another way to do that, this way. Look, you've got your planet here. First add a light source. Alright, that's okay. Place it down like this. Right? And then you just put your shadowing over. For the shadowing part, Okay. Actually, I want to mess this up a little bit. Alright, and then this is how you add planets behind another planet. Okay, like always, we're gonna turn this into a painting. I don't have a lot of black, so I'm gonna have to do something. Alright, let's get to work.
Okay, so here, we're just gonna finish up the painting, and I'm gonna add like a cavern. So what I do is I add blue, a light blue, then I add a darker blue. And what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to make it look like a cavern type, but I use a different rock technique that I'm gonna show you. Because I don't have a lot of black, I'm gonna have to make do with what I have. So here I'm gonna use the rest of my black to basically give the shadow to the cavern. Right? But I did this by accident, but I actually do like it that I didn't cover up all the blue. Like there's like a miss that I didn't cover, like a little bit. Right? And I actually like that. It gives a little detail, and some things, like sometimes when I paint, it's not me, it's the paint. Like I just mess up a little bit, and it usually just turns out okay. Right, so here I'm making sure the paint is wet. And I'm using the same regular technique, use your nails, slide your palm, that one. But then I realized how hard it was, so I decided to just do a sliding technique, which is a different rock formation, but I'll show you what it is. You just dig your nail, your thumb, preferably, into the paint, and you just drag it, right? Drag it in the shape that you want it to be. So here, put my nail in, and go. Here I'm using the shimmer black, which is basically, it's a thin metallic black by Krylon, so it's not thick. So it's really hard to like show any texture at all. So what I end up doing, I end up doing the same exact technique, which is the sliding technique. Right, you see how it just slides and you just go? Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a space platform, right? Because this is gonna be like a space city thing. I'm using my favorite color combination, so it's yellow, orange, and red. I love using those colors together. They're so it's the best, right? So I'm just trying to add some warmth to the painting because the background, the cavern, the space, it's like dark, it's cold, they're cold colors. So I want to add something like a little bit warmer, I guess. Alright, so I add orange, I'm just touching up a bit. I guess I can explain what that means. So warm colors are like red, yellow, orange. Cold colors are like blue, purple, right? You use basically cold colors. I typically don't mix cold and warm together, but in this painting it actually worked out. So what I ended up doing is I added some pink, and I'm going to add some pink highlights just to bring everything together. So this is a fluorescent pink, right? And it works well with yellow and whites. Right? And to make the line, this is what I do. It's like pulling a lever, right? But you lead with your elbows. So straight to you, right? And I go back. So So that's what I'm doing. I'm just making the lines. It gives your painting perspective and it gives it depth. Here I'm adding the pink again, along with the white. And I was just gonna I was just gonna leave the painting just like this, right? With the black, you know, from going from warm just straight into black, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I decided to cover it up. Since the black is so thin, you can just put a color over it, and it really won't affect the paint. It's a shimmer metallic black by Krylon. Alright, and here I use the techniques. Same technique. Use your nail, slide your palm. Alright, and I'm just touching the paint. There I use a sliding technique. Here I'm just framing the painting, so I'm touching up the corners and a little bit of the edges with black, right? Just to make sure that the light goes towards the middle. Always move your painting. Don't move around your painting, right? Make it so it's moving towards your advantage. And here I'm going to show you how to do this technique.
Okay, this part I'm gonna say, so I can just show you. You want to spray right here because the overspray is going to go on to the painting.
So that's right. If you want the lines like that, you want to spray on the actual surface, on the straight edge that you're using, so the overspray goes down, right? And it makes a very, very thin line. Here I'm just touching it up some more with some more white, and then I reinforce that white for the sun. Here I'm going to add those accents of pink I was talking about, right? And it's just pink, and we're just going to add a star. But it's simple, but it's really, really effective. It looks really nice. I like it. So just a dab of white. Next thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna make the Space City. So here you just scratch the paint, right? But you don't have to, there's no right and wrong way to do it. It's abstract, right? Most of the things that you're gonna make are not real. There are not planets. I've never been to space, so I don't even know what these planets look like, right? You just make them. You have fun. It's abstract, it's not real. Right, you just do. Just do you. That's the thing. Right, here I'm just adding little peaks, little ovals, to just make it look like there's something there. Alright, it can be whatever design. It's always, for me, it's never the same. Here I'm gonna add a protective shield over it, right? Like a spray painting protective shield, which is basically so it looks more space-like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add white, but I'm also going to reinforce it with hot pink, right? The fluorescent pink, the accents. And then reinforce that again with white. Just that way it has some color. I know some people just put white, but for me I just like adding a little bit more color if I can. Okay, here I'm going to add the comets. I'll show you how to do that in another video because you can't really see it here. We'll go step by step. And then here I'm adding a half crescent moon. Alright, just on the side. And then after that, painting's about done. I hope you guys like this one.
If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with all your friends. And basically what I'm doing right now is I'm training for my, I just got back from a run. I'm training for my Spartan race. I think it's 39 obstacles and 13.1 miles. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, Ticasso family.